Hey, what's going on guys, Ash here, and we've got Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Halloween special. So if you don't know what this is, Boom Studios dropped a Halloween special, and this is essentially an anthology book where it's got 4 different stories covering the Mighty Morphin team, and they're written and drawn by a bunch of different people. So what I'll be doing with these 4 different stories is I'll be dropping them on the channel every other day, but I won't be dropping them all like one day in a row, each after the other. So I'll probably spread them out for the past week or so, and I'll cover them bit by bit. So I won't flood your feeds with these mini stories, but once this gets put in the compilation trade that is coming out late next year or mid next year, called Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Monsters and Megazords, then I'll probably have all the stories put together in one video. So like I've been doing recently, I've been putting out compilation videos when trades and hardcovers and stuff drop for people to sort of get that big fix of Power Ranger comic stories. So let's cover the very first story within this anthology book called Putty For Your Thoughts, written and illustrated by Cinna Grace, colored by Ellie Wright and Cinna Grace, and lettered by the GOAT, Ed Dukeshire. So this was a fun little story. So if you don't know what this story is about, essentially Rita swaps bodies with Kimberly, putting herself in Kimberly's body and putting Kimberly in the body of a putty. And things that happen in this one shot really catch me off guard because like I said, Rita puts herself in Kimberly's body and you have this moment where, you know, Rita's acting like, oh, look, there's a putty, Rita's trying to get us. And Tommy just essentially like kicks Putty Kimberly and sends her flying. And then you have this moment where Rita and Kimberly's body like gets on top of the putty and starts punching its face in. And then this moment where Rita and Kimberly's body picks up this rock and is about to smash their face in, almost killing them, but Tommy quickly like pulls Rita Kimberly off them by saying, look, if you let Rita get inside your head, that means she's won. So that was the scene that took me off guard a lot because that was like freaking crazy. And then you have this other scene where Tommy's walking Kimberly home and they lead in for a kiss, and kind of a weird scene because, you know, you've got like 10,000-year-old Rita in the body of Kimberly leaning in for a kiss for Tommy. Is what it is. Kind of a weird scene, but even Tommy's like backing away going, whoa, that's enough for tonight. So you have this scene where you have Kimberly and the body of the putty sort of walking about, like viewing themselves as trash because, you know, they're in this like broken body and they say, I'm trash, I'm garbage, I'm disgusting, I'm nothing, because, you know, their life has been taken away by Rita as all their friends and families have been fooled. And you have this moment where Rita Kimberly shows up for this, I guess, this gathering, and their dress looks like crazy insane with the design they did for it. It looks really freaking cool. And you have this scene where Billy almost catches on to something being off about Kimberly by saying, look, Kimberly's not always punctual, but she never tells us if she's going to be late or not. So Billy almost catches on to everything going on. But soon they're attacked by a monster called freaking Critter Crumpet. And this guy looks like, you know, the who's the director for like Nier Automata with like the giant moon face, but it also looks like the giant moon face from like Outer Wilds but on crack, and it looks terrifying. I will say that. It's crazy. It's like a Crumpet that looks like very British with a tuxedo on and a top hat on, and its face just looks like insane, I will say that. But I can see what the design is going for because, you know, you've got the glowing red eyes and then you've got like the red and the black, I guess that's jam, and then you sort of got this white swirl around it, which I guess is like cream. So I guess there's like cream and jam that's on the Crumpet. I'm Australian, I'm not British, I don't have crumpets, so I wouldn't know if that's what it's meant to be, but I get the feeling that's what it's meant to be in the end. So Rita soon reveals herself and starts attacking the Rangers, and you have this moment where Kim, as the putty, jumps in, holding scissors, trying to stab her original body. And Rita has this moment by saying, look, even if I get out of your body, I can just come back and I'll just get better at being you. Even so good, your four-eyed nerd friend won't even tell the difference. And when I get to that point, I'll truly annihilate you all from the inside. And then, like, Putty Kim says, then Kimberly has to die. And Rita's like freaking out, saying, you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't sacrifice your gorgeous little body just to stop me. And you have this moment where you've got like this Putty staring like Rita Kimberly dead in the eyes, but saying exactly what I would do. That's what a real ranger would do. So then, and then the spell ends up getting reversed in the end, and everything's all good. But Kimberly back in her original body, you have this moment where she says, look, you guys take care of Rita's goon. There's something I have to do. And she runs over to the Putty clone, and you have this beautiful scene. And she says to the Putty, like the Putty body, by saying, look, it's okay. You're not trash. You're not disgusting. It's okay. It's okay. And she's just holding this like pile of goo or pile of like melted clay in her hands, and it's a really, really nice moment, and that's where that story ends. But overall, this was a really fun story written by Cinna Grace. I really enjoyed it. Art style was really good, a mix of like this anime style, this sort of other different style that's hard to describe, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really fun. The coloring was really good as well. I really liked the vibrant colors that popped out as well. The first story for this book was pretty good, and we'll see where the other ones go. So with that said, I'll see you guys in the next issue or the next story for this anthology series, which I think is talking about Terratoad.